Hey, y'all. So, yeah, we got to talk about it. What I posted is what I put in myself. I didn't go to no Facebook groups. It was not shared with me. What that picture I posted is what I put into my own shit and seen. Hey, everybody. Hey. Yeah, we got to talk about this. Say we have to talk about it. And if everyone would, for the ones that's not joining through YouTube, if you can, go over to my YouTube channel, aka Unlimited Services. Like, share, and follow if you don't mind. Yeah, y'all, come on, cause y'all know, hey, look, I try to be in there with y'all and let y'all know when I see what stuff is, what it's gonna be, exactly what it's gonna be. I like to try to say, hey, this is what it's gonna be. So, yeah, if I wouldn't have seen it, if I would not have seen it, listen to me, y'all. If I wouldn't have seen it for myself, I wouldn't have believed it because they've never done anything like this. But we're going to talk about it. We're going to let some people come in. Because what I posted, that picture that y'all seen me post for that 16,200, that's with no income. That's a person that I use 5 dependents with no income. Okay. Also, that's for a person who did not receive any of the child tax credit payments. So if you were one of those persons who listened to me and opted out and you didn't get anything, unemployment or anything, yes, that's 16,200. If you have 5 kids and you didn't get anything, yes, that is what your refund would be. No income needed. Okay, so I'm glad I told y'all opt out. Okay, it's a reason I said opt out. Now, don't think it's all sugar in the tea either. Okay, that 6419 is required, meaning if you're getting these payments right now, meaning you've been getting them since July and you've been getting them every month, you have to report how much you receive, because whatever you put in off of that 6419, it reduces the refund by that amount. So the picture I posted, we're going to use that 16,200. Let's say you've already received 82 of that. Then the child tax credit you would get will be what is left over with it, which is 8,000 for all 5 of the kids. You didn't opt out. Okay, so the one that says she didn't opt out. Okay, baby. So even if you didn't opt out, so let me explain how it's finna work. Before, we all had what? Maximum 3 kids. So even if you had 6 or 7 kids, you only use 3 of your children, right? So those 3 kids that you already have on there, they're receiving half of their credit. The credit for the ones that's 3 would have been, if they're all under the age, well, let's just say for the sake of mathematics, that they're over the age of 6. So that's 3,000. So that's $9,000. Let's say, but you want to add your other 2, and both of those are under the age of 6, which is 7,200 because it's 36 and 36. So you'll get that half off of the 3, and then the full for the other 2. Make sense? Did everybody follow along with what I just said? If you have 1 child, then the credit is, if it's a baby under the age of 6, it's 3,600. Hey, sis. And if you have kids that is 6 and older, it's 3 for each one of those. Yes, you can use the look back credit this year as well. So let me tell y'all one thing about it. The reason why I decided to hurry up and do this live, because I know people love to. So before you have that chance, I've always said it. I've never been too right to be wrong, and I would not have believed it unless I seen it, because I know how taxes and stuff work. If you think I'm lying, ask somebody that you know is still paying back a first-time home buyers program loan that they got back in 2008, 13 years later, right? So there's no way that I can say, hey, because I don't even want to hype y'all about this, because guess what? This can change too. All this stuff can still change. But as of right now, the amount that you see me put up is for the ones who did not receive any child tax credit payments. If you opted out and you didn't get any and you got 3 kids, yes, you would get the full $3,000 for each one of those kids. 36 if they're under the age of 5. Well, it's under the age of 6, 5 and younger. Okay? So the 6419 will be required. Just know, y'all, don't go to these people trying to make like you never received anything. This was not a stimulus, even though news articles and news reports and stuff was calling these payments and stimulus payments. They were not stimulus payments. They were part of your tax refund. So the payments that they sent you was not free money. Whatever you are getting now will be reported on the 6419, and you have to give that 6419 to your tax preparer, or if you do them yourself, you have to enter that form in. And it does reduce your refund by the amount that you enter from that 6419. Okay? It's a lot of good stuff in there, y'all. I was happy to see a lot of stuff. I was like, oh, yeah. Because if you have kids and they are in daycare, yes, that is extra 4 or 8 on top of that. But, you know, like I said, that 16, what y'all see me post, that is a person with 0 income. I would not have believed that shit. I don't know how they finna pay out trillions of dollars to us when they're talking about the debt, but hey, I'm going to just roll with it. That's all I could do. That's all I could do. Only thing I could do is just roll with it because my job is to report, and that's it. So, once again, never too right to be wrong. I would not have believed it if I did not see it. But yes, no income, meaning you do not have to report any income to get the full credit. And the credit does start phasing out at, for single, $75,000, for married filing joint, $150,000. So once you get to $75,000, it start reducing. Okay. Now, I know that it's a lot of you guys who look out for people, try to help people. And now this may be something that start making you question if you want to continue to help that person. Y'all, please don't switch up, because let me explain something. If you are receiving those payments right now and you are not claiming that child next year, you will have to pay that money back. It will come out your refund. Do not think that because that child isn't on your tax return that they're going to let you keep the advanced tax credits, because that was part of your tax refund. So yes, they are still collecting. They are collecting. And it says it. You have to enter the amount that you got off the 6419 because it reduces your refund. So if you know that you are getting payments for a child, you're getting the $250 or the $300 right now every month, and you know you're not going to have this child on your return next year, the payments you're getting will come back out of your refund. Okay? For my individuals who have unemployment, the $10,200 is still in effect. So at least report. Listen to me. I do not want, because the amount that I posted is somebody who has no income. That's 0 income. They are allowing you to use your look back credit. So you have a potential to increase that $16,000 if your refund, your AGI in 2019 was more than what it was in 2021. You can use your 2019 AGI and get that credit for earned income credit. So that's a potential another $6,000. Listen to me. I'm trying to get y'all the game. Just listen. But it is only if you opted out. Now, granted, even if you got the payments, you can still get a $10,000 to $15,000 refund if you got 4 or 5 kids. Earned income credit still stops at 3. Child tax credit, it has no limit. I don't care if you enter 9 names, it is going to give you the credit for those 9 kids as long as they're in that age range. Okay. That refund can also increase by what I was just going into, daycare services. So if you actually work, when you report your W-2 income, it does not affect the amount of, it does not affect your child tax credit unless it's at $75,000. So you still get the full amount for the child tax credit. You get what you paid in federal withheld. And if you paid a daycare center or a babysitter and you have proof of that, you can get that as well. Yeah, it is. Brianna, like she said, it's based off of federal taxes. Yes, all that, but you get all that back. And y'all, I wouldn't have, like I said, I wouldn't have believed it unless I seen it, and I did it myself because I wanted to see for myself. When I do work for my clients, I am not relying on videos and what other people are saying they do. I rely on what I have to do and what I see in front of me and what I'm reading on the screen and what I have to comply with. So I have to do stuff for myself and see it for me. I'm one of those, that see it to believe it. That's me. I'm hard. It's hard for me to get to believe stuff that I see because I know people will say anything. Like I said, even with the newspaper articles and stuff, calling these child tax credit payments, stimulus payments, these aren't stimulus payments. That money has to be given back. It comes out of your refund. That's not free money. When I say given back, I'm saying it's not free money. It is part of your refund. And the qualification is you got to have a child. So if you're getting them and you don't have a child, then that you can't say that, oh, I thought that was stimulus money. No, it's not. It's part of your tax refund. Okay? So like I said, I tried to break it down for my individuals who were saying, Ms. Nene, what about, I got 2 kids and I just had a baby and I was getting the payments for the 2. You're going to get the other half of the payment for those 2 and the full credit for that 1 automatically. The 6419 is only going to consist of what they show on record they have paid you out. Babies born in 2021, let me tell you what I also seen. You can request your stimulus payments for your babies, $1,400 additionally. So if you got 1 child that you just had in 2021, you get the $1,400, you get the $3,600 with no income needed. That's $5,000, no income needed. Okay? They are letting you, but they are not letting you request the 12 or the 6. So individuals who say I didn't get my 1,200 or my 600, you cannot request those in 2021. It is only letting you request the $1,400 payments. And it is letting you use the look back credit. So if your income in 2019 was better than your income in 2021, you can use look back credit. You still don't have to have income. You can put 0 for 2021 and 2019, use your AGI and get your earned income credit off of that amount. Now, remember, the amounts that I am talking to y'all is max payments amounts for individuals who are not receiving payments. Because everybody receives something different. Y'all remember July, August was consistent. September, October, they started wavering with the amounts they deposited. And then this month, they doubled up on the payments, right? So because the payments were inconsistent, nobody really received the same amount of payments with child tax credit. Okay. Brittany, when you go file your taxes and you file your baby, it's going to ask you, did you receive 28? And you say, no, I got 14, and it's going to put the 14 on there for the baby. Okay. So just know I'm trying to, I want y'all to know, y'all don't go, especially for my people who did the PPPs and you started a business. And now it's like, now you don't have to have no income to get these full credit amounts. And so now you don't want to report the income that you're supposed to be reporting. Please still report your income. Please report it. Yes, TurboTax is okay to use, Ravion. Yes, it is. Can y'all please? I hate to say I'm begging y'all because begging ain't some shit I do, but I am begging y'all. Please report your income. Report your tax forms. Do not try to just ignore this shit because you're trying to get full credit amounts and you know that you don't got unemployment benefits. You know that you don't work at a job. You know that you don't started a business. You know you did all these things. Please report your stuff. Report it. What's the harm in it? You didn't have any problem when you was requesting that payment from PPP and EIDL and unemployment, so report it. I didn't say you had to report the amount of that you received as loans, but report your businesses, report your jobs, report your unemployment, report your retirement, report this stuff. Report it. Please do not report it because you're trying to get the max credit. Okay? I'm trying to speak to y'all as real as I can, because at the end of the day, Social Security, Miss Mary, let me tell you, Social Security, you don't need shit but the name, birthday, social. So even Social Security recipients, that's how it would work. If you signed up for the payments and you were approved and you've been receiving the advanced credit payments now, then when you go in 2021, you need to file a tax return, and you will put your name and the children that you entered on the portal that you received those payments for to get the other half. That is for people with Social Security and no income. If you signed up through the non-filers portal and you was approved for the payments, you would need to still report your 6419, because yes, you would get one because you was getting payments. It's like a form now. It is a form that is part of the tax software, 6419. Okay? Yes. If you did not get any of the child tax credit payments, let me tell you, this is for my individuals who have been pending for months and have not received one payment. See why I told y'all stop stressing yourself? You're still going to get the full amount. So in a way, it's sort of better that you didn't get anything, because guess what? You don't have to wait for a form now. You can go ahead and file and get all your money as of January 2nd. If you did not get any of the payments, yes, you can file your tax return as soon as they start opening up season. And when I say season, I ain't talking about the Internal Revenue Service. I am talking about when they start allowing softwares to electronically file. That's in January 3rd. That's when I'm starting. So I'll be doing estimates before then. I'll be setting up for you guys to schedule appointments for free estimates the third week in December. And you'll be able to schedule that appointment online through the business page. Yes, Janisha, if you did not receive your taxes this year and you didn't get your payments for you and you have a dependent, when you file next year, it'll give you the full credit. Now, let me tell you something. Yeah. Parents, somebody confused? Okay, so parents, I'm gonna try to explain it, okay? So when I spoke about the PPP, the reason why I said to do your Schedule C is because you reported a Schedule C to your company, to whoever it was, Loan Builder, Blue Vine, Acorn, whoever you went through for your PPP, you submitted paperwork showing you had a business. You did the same thing for the EIDL and for the SBA. So what I am saying, even if you got a loan and you said you was a babysitter, you do not need to file a tax return with just kids on there and no business. You need to still report some kind of income, even if it's just $2,000 that you made, because even though they funded you to keep you running, you still did not make money like that. Does that make sense? Okay, so did that make sense? So, Christy, what if you got 3 payments from child tax credit? Then when you enter that amount from the 6419, which should total the 3 payments you got, it's going to reduce your refund by that amount. Okay. So did I clarify what I meant about the PPPs, y'all, when I say y'all please report? I'm not saying if they approve you for $12,000 that you go and report a business and say your business made $12,000. That is not what I'm saying. I'm saying if you got $12,000 for a business that you are operating in 2021, then you need to do a Schedule C for that business and put whatever income and expenses you have for that business. It is not contingent upon the loan amount that you received. Okay? You just got a loan for the business. That's not saying that was income for the business. You can't use that as income. Yes, Brittany, before you file, if you're getting the payments, you have to have your 6419. So let me see, what does it say? Will they have to do something again if we didn't do PPP? No. Just I doubt if they come out with another program because they say it's still funds left and nobody is getting it. But that's because in order to get it now, you have to give them permission to dig through your stuff, and nobody is trying to do that. Okay. So when are they sending the 6419 to be sent out? They say you'll get them at the beginning of January. And because it is end of year, December 31st, they can't send it to you dated any date before the end of year, which is December 31st. So y'all should start getting the 6419s in the mail beginning of January. It may be in the mail on January 2nd. It could be. But you have to have that form when you go and file. Also, remember everybody, when y'all was asking, what about the people who was they got college kids and, claim elderly people? They are giving a $500 non-refundable credit for them as well, automatically. So even if you have a college age kid and you don't have income, but your child is in school, you can file your child and get the $500. They're giving $5 each. I put that in as well to see how it looked. And they gave $1,000 for an individual with no income who had 2 dependents that was over the age of 18. It was $1,000. And that credit is listed under the other dependent care credit, non-refundable credit for other dependents. So it's $500 each. So if you have a college age kid or if you enrolled in college, Tasha, then you filing your 1098, you don't get a credit. That is, I'm talking about along lines of dependents. With dependents. Because the child tax credit is based on age. So what they did, child tax credit for 18. So if your child is 18 and younger, they still get the $3,000. If they're 5 and younger, they get the $36,000. Okay. Okay, Chrissy, what you need me to explain about the child tax credit, baby? I found my own online. How do I do the 6419? Leah, you will have to wait. The 6419 is going to come like a W-2. Okay. And for all my individuals who saying, hey, I never got any other payments, don't worry. That $16,000 you see me post was for somebody who didn't receive one payment and they didn't have any income, but they got 5 kids. So if you did not have any income, don't worry. You still get your full payment when you file. Yes, Brianna. Yes, you can. Say, Brianna, thank you. Brianna say y'all can go and read the IRS website, but yes. Tanasia, so when you say pay back child tax credit, what it is the payments that you're receiving now. When you put your information in, it's going to give you the maximum credit. You have to put that 6419 in because it reduces the refund by that amount that's on the 6419. Does that make sense? So let's say you got one child, Tanasia, and you already received $1,800. When you put in that $1,800 off of that 6419, your refund is only going to be $1,800. It's not going to be $36. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. I hate to say income isn't even a factor in 2021. It's not, but this is now finna start testing people honesty. That's all I could tell you. They're finna test your honesty. They're finna see how honest you, cause y'all, let's think about this, okay? I want everybody to think about what I'm saying. If we're in debt and we see that a person can potentially get a $20,000 refund, this is millions of Americans. That's trillions in dollars. How do y'all think they're going to put that money back? I'm just saying. So we don't know how all this tax season is going to affect us next tax season. We don't know. Even right now, they can change the software and implement a rule or a change that by the time December and January come and it's time to file, it won't even be what I posted because it can constantly change. They constantly update. I'm just letting y'all know as long as they posting the updates, I'm going to talk to y'all about the updates. They changed this. So this is what's going on. This is what's happening. That's all I could do, because I know up until they have until January 31st to change things. And if they feel like it, they can even impose a form or a tax that won't go into effect until February, and they can pass that in December, and it'll still be ready to go in February. So it's things can change, because like I said, if I wouldn't have seen this for myself, I wouldn't have believed it, because the IRS is like, what? Wait, what? 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 Say it's good for my people. I'm glad I told my people to opt out. I'm glad I told my people to opt out. I understand some individuals needed the money. Like I said, if you needed it, by all means, please do it, what you need to do to take care of your family. But just know what you're getting now, you're not going to get this double. They're not going to double dip. They're not going to give you half of the payments. And then when you go file, you're looking at, okay, I'm supposed to get $3,000 for, no, the payments you're receiving now will reduce your refund by that amount. So if you get a full $8,000, you don't been getting it July through December, and they give you 8 because you're supposed to be getting 16, then you're only going to get 8 when you file. Yes, I do, Tanasia. Oh, Slice Kiki, I'm not trying to make anybody feel bad about the payments at all. That's never my intention. And if anybody may feel like that I'm trying to make someone feel bad about doing what they need to do for their family, I apologize, because that's not my intent. I mean, someone just said to Shar that I'm making people feel bad about receiving the payments, but I don't know how. Because I just want them to be aware that these payments are not stimulus payments as the newspapers and people were calling it. They were calling it stimulus. And that was to make people think that it was free, and it's not free. I'm not going to feel bad about telling y'all the truth. It's not free. It wasn't. It never was. The payments that you're getting is exactly what it said: child tax credit payments, part of their refunds. So if anyone feel bad about me just bringing you what it is, real raw, I apologize. Sometimes my delivery may not be what, no Slice, no baby, no, everybody didn't know. No, everybody did not know that they had to pay this money back. Some people was calling this stimulus payments. Some people would inbox and say, I ain't get my stimulus, when they send me the stimulus that they talking about for the kids, the stimulus that they got for the kids. This is what they were calling it. And I had to tell them it's not a stimulus. It's not a stimulus. So like I said, if anybody felt bad about me saying, hey, you need to opt out, it was because I know that some people at tax time like a high refund. And if they're seeing all these credits during the year that they can qualify for when they get ready to file, but they're opting in to receive some of these credits now, and in their head they're thinking the money that they're receiving now is like one of the $600 or the $1,400 payments, not understanding that no, this is part of your tax refund that they're giving you early. Then I apologize if you didn't understand that, but it wasn't to hurt anybody's feelings. It never was. Okay. So like I say, I apologize again if anybody feelings were hurt or felt like I was making them feel bad for taking care of their family. No, you better do what you're supposed to do for your family. Who's gonna take care of them? Who's gonna take care of your kids? Who's gonna take care of you, your house, your responsibilities? Not me, not Miss Nene. So why would I make you feel bad about it? I just know my people. And I know my people when I can tell them, hey, your refund $18,000 versus your refund $10,000. Which one you think they're going to be more excited about? Okay. What were I saying about the college students? If you have college students, they're giving you an automatic $500. And if you have any dependent, really any dependent that you claim that's over the age of 18, will get a $500 payment. Okay. And it's called the other dependent non-refundable credit. Say, so yes, y'all just know, like I said, I'm only here to give it to y'all. And like I said, like, people like to pull a gun on the messenger. As I see updates, I report updates. I report it as I see it, not being shared through Facebook groups and Instagram. I'm not even in those. I don't participate in any of those. I like to go and read and see stuff for myself. And so when I seen it for myself, I was like, okay, ooh, let me go tell my people. Because y'all know these lives I do is for my people. When I say my people, these new clients, other tax preparers, other businesses, it's not just my clients or people that like me. It's for people that want the information. Like, I like how you break it down. I understood that. So when I seen the update, it was like, let me go and tell them, hey, y'all, so yeah, this is what they doing. Okay. Okay, but what it want? Hold on, let me see. Yeah, you'll get a regular. See, I don't want y'all to think that because you're getting these payments that you won't get a tax refund. That ain't what I'm saying. Even if you're getting the payments, you will still get a tax refund if you have the kids on there. It'll just be less the amount that you receive right now. Huh? So yeah, it's you're not missing. Basically, you're not missing anything. You're not missing anything. If you have not got the payments, you are not missing anything. You will get it when you file the full 36 or 3,000. And if they're over the age of 18, they're 19 or older, you'll get the 500. No, Lasia, you have to wait until January to file for 2021. Okay, so for the ones that say, okay, so come on, I want you to explain how people are confused, if you don't mind me asking. And then what if the child tax credit is still wrong? Believe me, when you go and file and you put it in, it'll calculate. If you received any other payments, then it'll reduce that. But it's going to go off of the ages. And like I said, this is why it was a good idea to opt out, because if you've been getting payments and now when you go to file, you know, things are going to be changing up. You have to wait for this form to file it. That could be a process. Okay. What if you had a child in 2021? Would you get the full? Yes, Derek. Yes. If you had a baby in 2021, you would get the full 3,600 plus the 1,400 stimulus. And you would file a what they call a no income tax return. Meaning you don't have to have any kind of income reported in order to file the return. You just have to have those forms present, which is the refund recovery. That's the 1,300, the EIP payment, economic income payment. That's a form, and then the 6419 child tax credit is also a form. And you can file your tax return without those. The look back credit, how that works, like I said, if you are an individual who filed in 2019, let's just say for the sake of argument, you made $16,000. But 2021, you probably got unemployment for a couple of months and then you didn't do anything else. So let's say that the unemployment, you only got $6,000. You can use that $18,000 in 2019 for 2021 earned income credit. And if you didn't get any of the child tax credit payments and you got 4 or 5 kids, then you could possibly get a $22,000 refund. For the daycare, Crystal, they give it to you at the end of the year. It's usually a summary. It shows how much you paid, the child's name. It usually has the child's social, and then it'll have the school name, the EIN for the school or daycare center, the address. You have to put all that in on the 2441. And then you enter the expenses that you had for that child. So Maya, for the individuals, she said, and then mainly, I'm gonna talk about self-employed. She said, what if somebody filed your kids? If they getting the payments and you file your own child, the payments that they're getting, they're gonna have to pay it back. It's gonna still reduce their refund, regardless if their child is on there or not. Okay. So with self-employment is still, all the taxes still apply to us, meaning we will still have our self-employment tax, which is the Medicare, Social Security, and the other tax that sits on the side of that is still in play. But if what your business, let's say you got a business, you started a business this year, You had a W-2 job in 2019. Let's say your business only made like $4,000 or $5,000 this year. You still report that $4,000 or $5,000 that your business made and just elect to use your 2019 so you can get the earned income credit based off of your W-2 income versus using the income from the self-employment. First time filing for a business, Labrisha, it's not complicated. Yes, ma'am, Miss Chrissy, you do your Schedule F. If you started a form, you'll file a Schedule F, and you enter your costs and everything on there. Okay, say, oh, it's moving quick. Okay, it's moving quick. What if you didn't make enough profit, Brisha? It doesn't matter. You can still put in whatever it is. If you spent $5,000 and only made $2,000, that means you had a business loss of $3,000. It's just gonna show that your AGI is a negative $3,000, but you'll still get your payments. But you still report your business. You still put it on there. If income, kids, job, and nothing changed besides receiving the child, will refund still be around the same as last year? No, it's gonna be more, Tyra. Guaranteed. No. If your situation didn't change from last year to this year, your refund will still be more than it was last year. Okay? So, okay, so because I don't want to leave anybody confused. Do you guys understand what I'm talking about? Sharonda, thank you for she just posted a link to it. Katie, you'll probably get a little bit more than a 9. You'll probably still get a little bit more than that 9. That's what I want y'all to understand. The credit, how the child tax credit is working, they're going to give you this full amount as long as you don't have $75,000 in income. The $7,500 is for the individuals, and I don't think it's 75. I think it's 72. And so let me break that down. What it's saying is when you file your taxes, that they're going to give you $3,600, right? And then they're going to start issuing, like they're doing right now, advanced credit payments. They're going to start giving out those payments in January as well, and you'll get it January to December. That's how I told us the $7,200. Willie, yes, I can. It doesn't matter where you reside. I have a mobile app, so I can do anyone's taxes anywhere in the world. Okay, what about people that got unemployment before it ended and had taxes taken out? You still report it. That's what I'm saying, y'all. This credit, okay. Bottom line, this credit is not contingent on if you got income or not, as long as your income is not $75,000. Bottom line. So what does that mean? That means, let's just say you got 2 kids under the age of 6. That's $7,200. You didn't get not one advance payment, so your refund automatically is going to be $7,200. Let's say you got 72. You got unemployment and you let them withhold taxes. They withheld $1,000 in taxes. So that 72 and that 1,000 comes back. Now your refund is $8,200. Let's say that you also had a business. You put that business in. Now remember, we're at $8,200. And you say I just made $2,000. That tax may be like $200 or $300. That refund will reduce by that $200 or $300, but you'll still be getting your full amounts. Your credit will still be full. Yes, you can, Destiny. Hey, Angela. Angela, I'm glad you're here. You know, say it blew my mind, sister. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, no, how? And it's like, yeah. Look, y'all, we got to throw all the rules that was in place 2020 and prior out the window for 2021. It's a free for all. There are no rules. Okay? Did y'all hear what I just said? There are no rules. That's why I say this tax season is going to test your integrity and your honesty. Because it's going to be people who are not going to want to report that if they and yes, guess what? Your refund can still be garnished if you owe something. So if you owe student loans, the IRS, overpayment from state or any of that, they can deduct it. They can take their money out of these refunds. Okay, Shanae. So let me explain. Shanae, even if your PPP was forgiven, you said you were operating a business. So you would still have to file a business. You just don't use the amount that the loan was. Because you said you needed the money to continue operating your business. So you would still need to be filing a Schedule C. There you go, baby. Yes. So you still file it. You just don't use the amount, okay? You do not use the amount. The loan amounts is not what you use for income for your business. You just got to put it on there. The student loan information. What about the student loans? What would you like to know about it? Is there a legal way to have a daycare provider provide their EIN if they don't want to give it to the customer to receive their child tax credit? Shalandra, yes, you can. If that business is an actual business, you can go to the EIN database and you can look up that daycare center's EIN online. You can look up EINs online. So even if they don't want to provide you the foreign parents and you know you're paying daycare every year, which they know legally they have to because that is their end of year statement. They have to give it to every parent who has a child in their facility to show how much that they have paid towards services for their child for the year. You can still look their information up online. I'm taking new clients in December. I'm going to start doing estimates the 3rd week in December. I'll post the date and y'all will be able to set appointments. I'm going to try to limit it to 10 appointments a day. So just know when I start scheduling these estimates, I'm going to be doing 10 a day, Monday through Friday. Okay? If you have an overpayment with, yes, they can, Jasmine. CTC haven't been extended yet, Tamara, but that's what they're working on. And if they do extend it, that is what a $7,200 comes in. What if my child only went to daycare a couple of months out of the year? Mika, if they give you the statement for it, you can still use it. Marissa, I ain't see your comment, love. What you said? So if my baby daddy had a business, he's listed my child as a member on his business, can he still file taxes if my mother carried my son? Yeah, he can still file, but if he's been getting payments for using your son on his taxes, then he's going to have to pay back the advanced child tax credit payments he received. Is the student loan still on hold? No. The forbearance with the student loan ends December 31st. So in January, those student loans will be due again. If I file one kid, will they take the CTC back at tax time? I'm filing all 3. Yes, they will, Marissa. So how to work is if you're getting $1,800 and you using one of the babies, right? So you got $1,800 that you're still left due for that one baby, and then they'll give you the full 3 or $3,600 for the other 2. So you will get that's, let's just say for the sake of argument, 3 and 3, 6, and then the 18 for this one that you are receiving half the payments. So that'll be $7,800 in child tax credit payments that you will get. Say no. Now, Tanika, that's right. That is why if you have not, because it ends in December. December is when you need to be calling and asking for a deferment on your student loan. And let them know that, hey, you have not went to back to work and you don't have income, and they'll place you on the income contingent list, and it'll help them not collect that loan from your taxes. But you need to do your deferments no later than December 31st because it takes a while. Okay? It does take a while. Can I find my 17-year-old W-2? She works full-time and go to college full-time. Tasha, your 17-year-old will need to do a tax return on her own, and she will just check that she is a dependent on another person's return, and you file the W-2 under her own name, and then you just include her as a dependent that she's in school, and you file the 1098 for her. Okay? What about third stimulus? You can request the $1,400. That's the only one that they're letting you request. Okay. But you can request the $1,400 if you did not get it. What is the CTC form we need to fill out? Leslie, you're not filling out anything. You're not filling out anything. The 6419 will be sent to you, and it's going to be like a W-2. It's going to have the amount of child tax credit payments that you are receiving now, and you have to report it on your taxes. What if you're on student loan payment for $0 each month? Is that yes? As long as you're on a payment for it, with your student loans, they will not take it. What I'm saying is, a lot of us, they place us on forbearance unwillingly, meaning they suspended anybody sending in any payments. That will resume in January. So if you have not already been placed on some kind of income contingent plan with them, then you will need to be calling them to get a deferment in December, no later than December, so that by the time your refund is released, it's not a debt indicator on your social. Okay, T. What about if I have a baby in November? Can I get third stimulus? Yes, you can, Takesha. As long as the baby is born before, on or before. So the baby can be born December 31st, and you can still claim that child when you file your taxes. Okay? No, you do not file your PPP loan, but you do file your business. I don't know. Maybe that's what's confusing y'all, because I'm telling y'all are not going to be reporting the PPPs and the EIDLs, but you are to report the business. But that's just what it is. I don't know no other way to say that. You have to report whatever you got the loan for, because you said that it was going to be used to, keep your business operating. So you have to report the business that you said you was operating, but you do not have to use the amount that they gave you as the income for that business. So the ones who haven't gotten the child tax credit will get the whole $7,220. No, Alexis. The ones who have not gotten child tax credit payments will get the full 36 when they file. And if they extend it, listen, the 7,200 is only contingent is if they pass extending child tax credit payments, and then that means they will start sending you payments January through December, and that is where the 7,200 comes in. 36 and 36. Make sense? Did that make sense? So no, when you put it on there and you haven't gotten one payment, no, your refund is not going to be $7,200. It is going to be $3,600 if it's a baby. And when they accept their return, your payments will be issued from January to December in advance payments. That is how you get the $7,200. Yes, Miss Angela, I'm trying to tell them. A lot of people are not going to want to report it, but they're going to need to report that. Y'all are going to have to report that business. She said it's going to mess a lot of people up, and I ain't going to tell y'all what Miss Angela do, but just know she knows, okay? You have to report that information. I am not saying, like I said, if you got a $20,000 PPP or a $30,000 EIDL, you're not saying my business made 50. No. But you have to report and say your business made something because they gave you loans to keep your business in operation. Okay? Oh, so how they're doing the child tax credit this year? Okay, so child tax credit for 18 to 6 is $3,000. Full. From 5 to birth is 36. Full. Meaning, when I say full, no income needed. But if you have income, still report your income, because federal withheld and all that stuff that you paid in, you get that back as well with the child tax credit payments. If there are 19 and older, you get $500. And these are people who have dependents. You just got off Zoom with them, Angela. Ooh, I'm going to need you to call me, Miss Angie. What about the amendments that's caught up in the system? What happens when I file again? It caused me not to get any payments. Maya, 1 year usually doesn't have any effect on another year, meaning you still go ahead and file your 2021. Okay. 2021 is not going to be contingent on 2020 unless they come back and say you have something due, and they take whatever they say you have due from 2020 out of your 2021. Okay. but one doesn't have anything to do with the other. 2021 is not going to keep your them amending 2020 is not going to keep them from accepting your 2021 is what I mean. So my 18-year-old qualifies for, yes, Michelle, your 18-year-old qualifies for $3,000 this year. Yes, ma'am. No, 17. I'm sorry, 17-year-old. Your 17-year-olds. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Ooh, I'm sorry. 17, because it's under the age of 18. It used to be under the age of 17. They moved it to under the age of 18. So it's 17 and younger can get the 3,000. 18 and older gets the 500. I'm sorry, guys. So 18, no, it's under the age of 18 because it used to be under the age of 17, which meant 16 and younger got the child tax credit payments. Now it's under the age of 18, meaning 17 and younger get the child tax credit payments. Whoo. Okay. Yes, it is $3,000 per child from 6 to 17 and $3,600 from birth to 5. Yes, they will. They will. See, when I can't say no other word than take it back, because once you put in the amount of credits that you have already received, it reduces your refund by the amount. That means that they're taking it back. So yes, you have to pay it back. It's not free. It's not a stimulus. You know, it was being reported as like a stimulus payments. Oh, the fourth stimulus, the sixth, the third stimulus of 6 stimulus payments and all that. It's not stimulus. Okay. Yes, it's an advance. Are they sure? Are you sure they have an EIN? If they don't, they file it under a Social Security number. Melva. So if you are taking your child to an actual center, a daycare center, then they will have an EIN. If you're dropping them off and someone is like personally keeping that child, then you would need their Social Security numbers. But you will need either the social or the EIN for whoever is providing childcare. You have to have one or the other. Okay, what about babies born in 2022? You can't file that child until 2023, Candace. In the 2022 tax season. Because even though taxes start January 2022, it is the 2021 tax season. Okay. So yeah, if you have June's daycare should have an EIN. Your daughter turned 6. So no, your daughter, if she's 6 by the end of the year, December 31st, then her payment will be $3,000. And so you will only get what is left over. If they're giving the 18 now, you will only get $1,200 more instead of another 18. That's how that'll go. Yes, you will, Nadasia. If you file all 4 of the kids, yes. If I had my son in August, do he qualify for stimulus and child tax credit? Yes, Alicia. You would get both. If you have a baby this year, you would get the $1,400. No, it's not 6 months or more. That's if you just have a baby in December, you're still gonna say that child's supposed to be in the home for 12. You're supposed to use 12 regardless, unless they're in some kind of custody agreement where the parents legally have the shared amount of time. Okay. But yeah, so pending eligibility, meaning that they're still trying to see if you, but the ones that saying pending, Natasha, no, I didn't, baby. Can you send it again? But the ones that saying pending, y'all shouldn't even be fretting it with it saying pending. Look, it's already November. You got one more month to go before you could just get the full payments, the full credits. And you get that when you file. Alexis, that's something you and mama got to talk about, baby. Shawanda, yes, ma'am, I can. Y'all, some of the questions are jumping so quick I can't see them. But my fiance and I alternate the years that we claim our daughter and he received the CTC. Will this affect my return when I file her this coming tax season? It'll affect just his, not yours. Yes, the look back is working. If what you made in 2019 is more than what you made in 2021, then you can use 2019 AGI for your 2021 child tax credit. Asia, what was it? Bianca, they delay refunds every year. That's expected now. Okay. If your child turned 18 in November, then they won't qualify for the child tax credit in the 2021 year. Okay. What do we receive? How much less will it? So if we receive the tax credit, how much more or less will receive in taxes? Whatever is on your 6419, guys, that is what it will reduce your refund by. So when you put your kids' information in, it's going to automatically generate a refund that has the max credits as if you have not received any of the payments. And then you enter the 6419 payments and it reduces that amount by that amount and you get the remaining balance. Okay? So if you have one child that's under the age of 6, then you get $1,800 by the end of the year. Then you'll get the other 18 when you file. If you have a child that's over the age of 6, you get $3,000. That means you get $1,500 in payments right now, and you'll get the other 15 when you file. Okay, what am I being ready to pay child support? So no 2020 AGI. No, Treese. No 2020 AGI. 2019. They're letting you use 2019 for the look back. Okay. Candace, I haven't seen that they passed it to extend the payments yet. But if they do pass it, then those individuals who have not received any payments, those are the people who will be receiving the $7,200 in child tax credit payments next year. 18-year-old filing his own for 2022, but I claim him. Do I qualify for the $500 when you file him? Yes. And Sequoia, you need to make sure your 18-year-old is checking that he is a dependent on someone else's return. Will self-employment be the same? Yes, it will, LaShawn. Okay, so we can use 2019 for 2022 tax season? Yes. Yes, they are allowing us to use the 2019 AGIs for 2021 EIC. If I had my baby June 2020 and she just got a Social Security, well, I get all the payments. You'll get the full child tax credit, but you'll only get the $1,400 stimulus for her. There's no way to request the 12 and the 6. So you can't get the 14 if you didn't get any of the stimulus payments for your baby, and then you'll get the full child tax credit payment for her as well. Okay. Okay. So I hope this helps someone. I wanted to be the first to tell y'all I would not have believed it if I didn't see it, but yes, this is how this is going. We are looking at potential $25,000 tax refunds next year based on your income. That's why I say y'all don't think just y'all don't want to report y'all stuff. Report everything, because if you paid in any federal, that comes back to you too. You get all that back. If they withheld taxes from your unemployment, you get that back too. If you pay daycare, you get that back too. So just make sure y'all are reporting everything. Y'all send y'all stuff in, because y'all know we're approaching the hour. See, y'all know I'm not going over an hour until I get that 1,000 subscribers. I'm almost there. So before I end this live, everyone who has not, please go over to YouTube, like, share, subscribe to AKA Unlimited Services for any updates that I'll be possibly doing in the future. And I hope all you guys have a blessed day. I hope y'all understood where I was coming from. Know it's from a genuine place. It's from love and wanting y'all to have understanding. And I wish y'all well. And next update I see, just know we will talk about it. See y'all later.